coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And you know, Charles, as Larry pointed out in the open, got a couple of great quarterbacks set to square off here this afternoon. That ball's probably going to be flying all over the place, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt, and the game has never been more quarterback-centric than it is now, and both of these teams have top-flight signal callers.
And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver. What we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they would.
And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. What are your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out.
Here's a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
On first down, Carr. And quick throw here, that's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag.
And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher.
They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's an
offset eye. Back to throw here. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yep.
He usually has the advantage.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets
highest-rated players on my board. A three-down back who could do...
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Their dangerous wide receiver, 31 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
I think if you hold defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first.
And now a peek at the starters on the defensive side. Of time. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks, because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
Off here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run.
Captain of this offense heading back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to...
Out of the gun now on third down. And the Raiders have got it. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up Ford. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running.
Carr to throw on second down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, when receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, got their designated guy turned free.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, ball's out of his hands.
And to give this time to the tailback. What a spin. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well.
But business to take care of before that. They'll look to throw here. He's got time in the pocket. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that?
They look to throw on third and goal. Now he's got his target touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver from 4 yards out. And the Colts add on to their lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to...
On second down, here's Carr. That escapes the sand. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the...
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Their dangerous wide receiver as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because...
to this point. That being the case, it's no surprise that we have a very close game at halftime. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. Colts line up at the 31. The quick pass and completion is made, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score, pushing the lead to 10. Third down at the 49. The pass will be caught over the middle, and he'll end up picking up 33 yards on the play. Raiders have it later on the drive. He'll take the run up the middle, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score, cutting the deficit to 3. Down to late in the second. They'll look to the end zone here, and he finds his mark for the score, taking the lead up to 10. Still late stages of the second. The former Fresno State Bulldog, Derek Carr, finding his mark in coverage. After the long pass, he'll score. Now trailing by just 3. Still late in the first half, the connection is made in the middle of the field, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 28-yard line. Staying late in the second, broken coverage here on the pass play. It ends up working for a touchdown, pushing the lead to 10. Raiders with the ball late in the half. Carr is going to complete the pass, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 23-yard line. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
Throwing his car on third down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver and tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one, and earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line.
That's a big league run. Takes him down inside. Run the football, especially out in the field where there's some space. But I will get you in on a little bit of a secret. Those guys like it in tight, too, because they get matched up and they get to show just how...
Here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Carr. Surveying the field. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
They come up in an offset eye. And they give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, nice move. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have a game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes. Catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab.
Those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now Carr finding time. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. On first down, Carr. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 16 yards there. And it's good enough for an Indianapolis first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame in warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a...
First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Stays on his feet. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through the...
Now Carr, gotta have this one. That's caught in the 3. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are back within a score. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, they were in the red zone, and they needed a 1st down. Was it a surprise to you that they went to the tight end?
Not at all. I thought, though, the defense might put a little more pressure on it, but still able to complete it. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you involved.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Surveying the field. Now a desperation. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They give him 15 more, and it's another 1st down. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They're going to hurry back to the line now. one. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a two-point conversion. So they'll look to convert that and then hold on here in the final minute to force overtime.
And let's check the nerves of not just the guy kicking the ball, but how about the snapper and the holder as well.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the two-point conversion to tie the ball game. Now they'll run on the draw. Yeah, he is premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.